like vandals there, I'm talking streets and talk like dinosaur novels. Shiny blackness in our one-track eyes, shiny blackness in our one-track mind, shiny blackness in our one-track eyes. Cut by lightning corners, just like cannibals. We must be starving. Of society with our churlish wretches. We wash the graves and go for the bones of beloved ancestors and blessed saints. Deepest darkness in our blackened hearts, got no time for you bleeding hearts. Deepest darkness in our blackened hearts, got no time for you bleeding hearts.
Hello. Shut that down and get some music here going. I think I was going to get some music going.
Have a phone call.
Of course, they like calling early.
Just like cannibals.
There we go.
We must be starving.
Okay, phone call? Yeah. Try that right back. Sure.
Whoa.
Nope. Bye-bye. Quit ringing by the time I got to it. Yeah, we got the phones, I think, working good today. They weren't buzzed. I didn't hear a ring in.
No.
Okay, hello, welcome to Damn Studio, digital, analog, multimedia. We're your art show for any kind of artist scale area, mostly computer animation, traditional animation we have today. I have some storyboard work today. That's from Alexander Roth, I do believe. We have good stuff today, you know. To show you, a musical choice today is Christian Death and Bauhaus. One of my favorite bands growing up. Way back, long time ago. Longer than I wish it was. Oh, as far as usually I've been talking to you guys about Project Damnation or other things like that, or sending us submissions. Don't for now. I recently have to move, so we don't have an address or a definite way of contacting, how people contact us. At the end of this month, we have to be moved. We're being evicted. We paid our rent and everything. They said they want to remodel, so. It's cool. Let's get the phone call. Jam Studio here.
Hi, Devin.
Hello.
Hey, it's Michelle.
Hey. Hello.
Hey, why don't you play some Lord Vacid?
Lord Vacid?
Yeah, with some of this artwork.
Well, I'll try to do some next week.
Okay.
But I don't have any with me currently right now.
Too bad.
Yep.
Hey, we'll have a nice show tonight. I'll be watching.
Okay.
All right.
See ya. Talk to you later.
Bye.
Well, that's the first time our phones are real loud.
I know. It's crazy. It works.
It's insane.
It works way well.
We heard them.
Too well.
It's a good thing.
I'm scared.
But we should probably get to our first pieces here.
Sounds good.
We got coming up here Ian Michael Jones and Thomas. You trying to get that? Thomas? Joyce. The Thomas Joyce one has image identity crisis, I believe.
That's what the lizard thing. Not the gecko one, but the little
Tell you what,
lizard thing.
we'll find out soon enough.
Let's do that.
So, let's see what we got coming up. Okay. All right, people. Hell.
'Twas Brillig and the slithy toves did gyre and gimble in the wabe. All mimsy were the burl groves and the mome rats outgrabe. Beware the Jabba Wookiee son, the jaws that bite, the claws that catch. Beware the Jub-Jub bird and shun the frumious Bandersnatch. With his vorpal sword in hand, long time the menacing foe he sought. So he rested by the tum-tum tree and stood a while and thought. And as in uffish thought he stood, the Jabba with eyes of flame came whiffling through the tulgey doom and burbled as it came. 1, 2, 1, 2, and through, the vorpal blade went snicker-snack. He left it dead, and with its head, he went galumphing back. 'Twas Brillig and the slithy toves did gyre and gimble in the wabe. All mimsy were the burl groves, and the mome rats outgrabe.
Hello. Okay, yep, identity crisis.
Yep, you're right.
Been doing this too long, I started recognizing them.
Well,
Of course I edited them, so.
Yeah, I haven't been down there helping out. But
I like that one.
was.
V-dub that wishes it was a sports car.
I know, they're kind of cute. Actually, I swear it's a Citron.
Citron?
Citron that thinks it's an Alfie.
Oh, I'm hiding my mic. Citron that thinks it's an Alpha.
Yeah, Alfa Romeo.
Okay.
That was Alfa Romeo was one that was up on the billboard, and you can tell because the two little chevrons on the little car. Citron. I know cars.
Okay.
Yeah.
We got two cameras and two buses. What's this one?
I know. Because I'm the only one here.
Okay.
The person that can raise one up.
Hello. Oh, let's see. We got some more stuff coming up for you. Not much we can talk about today because I don't have a way for you guys to contact us for sure by the end of the month.
Nope. Well, until the end of the month, but not after.
Until the end of the month, yeah. I can still put it. Wait. There's something I can do.
Email. What's that?
There's the email. You can get all this in the email. Except for as soon as I hit this little button,
It's gonna look ugly.
it's going to change it entirely. Someone deleted my font. Whoever they are, may they die a horrible, painful death. But you know, that's just me saying. Ruined making it so much more work for me. Oh.
Hello.
Okay, let's bump this up a little bit in size. We'll go ahead and pop this up here for you.
There we go.
It's a little bit larger.
That works perfect.
Except for it's not all capitals, but or it should all be capital. Go like this. Nope. No. Don't do that. Looks fine, just like no, it doesn't. This is fun. There. That looks good.
Yeah.
I'll leave it just like that.
There you go. I think it likes it too.
Oh. Let's see here. Oh, what do you got? See, I got coming up here. Santiago Petit Benet. There. Soren, you want to tell everyone which one that is?
Yeah, the crazy clown. He goes into the bad hotel room. He gets a message that he shouldn't have taken.
Basically, it shows up for the freelance job that shouldn't have gone to.
Yep.
Okay. How about Nicky Chung?
No, I have a feeling that's
Also,
one of the newer ones.
Chia Ling Chung is also a name. It's like Nicky Chung was thinking of my.
Oh, that's the caveman lab, isn't it?
No, that's the. Actually, that's where I was kind of concerned too. I thought she did one like that. She might have sent it in 2 separate tapes. I think there is one under that. Well, she also, the one we're going to look at is the one that has, besides Under the Sea, which is a nice little animated piece with Cube Animating, it's a simple 2D piece with a kid that's going to fight a dinosaur.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. I got you.
Really simple. And if people don't like it, send better. But at least at this point, hold it for now. And then get us hold to the email. Maybe we can find a way to get hold of you. Get you some new information later on.
Yeah, pretty much.
So we're going to go ahead and go on to that. Sorry for lack of input more with getting people on this time, but the situation got really bad for us.
Rebella, my love. Some say we shall overcome, but the sickness bites hard, and yes, the razor's old. Their poisons fresh and surrender killed every firstborn son. We were kneeling just for burial, reaching for the name. Heard voices laugh in the spirit of the plight of the living dead. A ghost at the bottom of my glass made it clear what they had said. His death was hard in the
I got you, baby. I got you, baby. I got flowers in the spring. I got you to wear my ring. And when I'm sad, you're a clown. And if I get
Let's go back in time. Let's go back in time. Let's go back in time.
Killing's good.
Okay.
Now, granted, well, David, it kind of didn't fit the screen actually, but it was a fun one, but more audio, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely need more audio. It's too much of a dead sound area here.
Yeah, this is true. And I think that it's the same person because that intro, where you got those C's flying in.
Also did Caveman and
I think they also did the Caveman because on one of the L's or the Ling, I think there's a caveman comes in, beats it, and jumps down.
Maybe. We'll have to check on that for next week.
Yeah.
Maybe she's got more stuff than just one tape.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go ahead and take this phone call. Jam Studio here.
Good.
Yeah.
What, I didn't see that last one once though, and the one I want, what software are you guys using to do all that stuff? And like, what, is it Flash Live or
Those are my
animation?
students, actually. I would have...
I have to turn my TV down. Hold on a sec.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, I would say that probably Flash 4 could have been
Flash 4?
The second one could have been done with Flash 4 or 3 or 5, I mean, but 4 it could have done it. It was really simple, real basic.
Right, I could see that. They used like every kind of effect and wipe that they could, just kind of experiment around.
I think those were done through Premiere though.
What's that?
I think they edited it through Premiere.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh, so you do it, then you end up rendering it all in Premiere or something like that, huh?
Well, you can render it, and then you take it as an AVI file or each piece,
Uh-huh.
and then you transition it back and forth, like from piece 1 to the title piece, the rolling credits, because you can do that through Premiere also. Then over to the other one, you can do them in both Premiere and Flash. So
Uh-huh.
she didn't put on there. A lot of them will put at the end what they used, but she didn't put on the end of hers.
Right. Okay, I'm just kind of wondering. I'm just kind of getting into that. I do a lot of video and stuff, but I'm just kind of curious on how they get the special effects and cool stuff like that. I guess you're going to be doing some kind of a guest appearance or some kind of appearance at some meeting for the some kind of thing for the public access?
Oh, we're good. Well, we just did last Thursday. There was the Producers Association meeting, and I was there as a speaker about animation. Answering some questions. But that just passed by. Maybe we'll be doing something like that again sometime.
Okay, I guess I missed it.
Okay, but if you're, did you get the email?
What's that?
Do you do?
I got an email.
Yeah, let me flip down. I've got the email set up on one of these pages here. They changed my font, so everything's like lined up funny now. Let's see here. There we go.
Okay.
jamstudio@netscape.net. You can get a hold of me, and if there's something pops up before then, right now we're moving, so we're having to as far as my house, I'm moving from one house to another, so we're kind of chaotic right now.
I gotcha.
But I've also spoke at the Cartoonist Northwest, and if you want, I can give you some information how you can get a hold of them, and they do a lot of work in this. And they've been kind of looking at trying to get some more into this area too. So.
I'll get a hold of you through your email.
Okay.
Right on. Thank you.
No problem.
Later.
Bye. Okay. Cool, that's probably the best our phones worked for a while.
I know. It's
Thank
scary.
you, Public Access Gods, for fixing that.
It's scary.
Yep. Oh, look. It's working so good they wanted to try it again.
Yep. Woo!
Okay. Let's see what we got here. I'll leave that up for a little bit longer, though.
Yeah, let's do that.
See,
You already know the phone number. We don't need to keep that up.
Well, yeah, people apparently dialing that.
Yep.
Jam Studio here.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, what up?
Oh, having fun doing a show, showing people's work.
Right on. What kind of work? I just tuned in.
Well, we just showed some stuff that I just got talking to a previous viewer that was about if it was Flash or not, which is 2D animated work. Also showed the 3D animated work. I think that's mostly what I got. It's just a bunch of different animated work today.
Right on, right on.
I got one piece that's kind of interesting, though, coming up later on. That's kind of a storyboard set where it shows individual piece of work, and then it'll show another one, and it's kind of goes through just still frames of work, and not so much the animation, but really good detail on the illustration.
I'm one of those XXXXXXX people. Do you happen to have any XXXXX?
No, but
anything?
put them together, hold on to it, and when I get
Hold on to what?
Well, you get a new place for you to mail it to, go ahead and send it to me. Just flip pages.
Oh.
Actually, at one time, I bullshitted a teacher into saying I was doing an elaborate study on the functions of form of primitive arts, and actually it was a bunch of stick figures.
Wow.
I got full credit, and he couldn't argue after the fact. He said, okay, that's a good project, do it. It was back in high school. We had a creative art class. We could decide whatever our project was. And I did about 30 or 40 series pieces of stick figures running around the house.
Oh, well.
Shooting at each other with sticks. You got
Stick arrows.
Yeah, stick
So you
arrows.
didn't enter any XXX work into your school project?
Oh, you have the X's for the eyes, when they were dead.
Is that what made you think about that?
Okay. What was your name?
My name?
It's really good stuff you got there if you can't remember.
It's from smoking all that damn weed.
I'll do it. Look, there's two of me.
It's that short-term memory loss, you know.
Oh, yeah.
You know all that stuff.
Sometimes more than other times. Okay, well, I should probably get to my next piece of animation, though.
Yeah, 420, man. 420.
Definitely.
419 and holding.
Take a couple from me. I'm a big guy.
I'll do that.
Okay, thanks for calling.
Yeah, peace.
Thanks for me.
Yeah, we also got, you got to take one for Soren, or at least two. There's four there you got to take for us.
Yep.
But while you're doing that,
We can't do
let me
that.
show you Chris Byrne and Inu T.Q. Now, this last one, Inu's piece, what she also worked on the first guy's stuff we saw, Thomas Choice,
Yep.
the Wookiee stuff part, and also the Ode to Headache thing. But I didn't want to include it again in the show, so we're just going to see her stuff that she put on her tape separate from his. But before that, of course, we'll see some of Chris Byrne's work. So let's go on to our next piece here.
Rockin'.
for a biped in 3D Studio Max, that's what you get. This the utility thing on.
Go get your echinacea for the child.
The way you love me, and I love the way you comb your hair. I love the way you love me, baby. Love the way you comb your hair. If it was left up to me, baby, you would never get to go nowhere. Hey, sweet mama, baby, don't you go too far. Hey, sweet mama, baby, don't you go too far. I wanna know where you is every minute, who you with and where you are. I love you, baby, so please don't you leave me here all alone. I can't stand it, baby, when you leave me here all alone. So wherever you decide to go, baby, just don't stay gone too long.
Hey, it's back to us again.
Uh-huh.
You gotta pick up this for a little bit longer. Hey, I'm having fun here redoing my CDs.
Not bad.
Yep.
Like it.
They went trying to fix them all. No. Nope. Well, let's just go there. Come down here to the bottom. We'll put in our phone number. See if we can at least get hold of us. Ooh, how's this one look? Let's check. We're playing with like new fonts. Uh-oh. Look, we're going, where's that phone number? So I just tried to use the font that we didn't have. I completely ignored me. And then went away. I don't know. I don't like that one.
No, it looks like it says DOM.
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 The Dominant Show. That is real small.
Yeah.
Let's see larger. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, well, it's a bit fun for people, but I guess we're going to miss this. They're already calling. Of course. Jam Studio here.
Yeah, I called earlier just right before the 420 did.
Yeah.
I got one more question for you.
Okay.
I've seen, because I like to do a lot of video and stuff, and I've seen, I'm interested in this animation thing, and have you seen it? Not that I've watched MTV or anything a lot, but I've seen this Incubus video where the guy he's drawing in a figure form, cartoon form, and all of a sudden he and it mixes into a video form. Have you seen that?
And actually, that's a throwback to an older video that was done a long time before that did a similar thing. It's kind of a pencil test to a video mixture.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Yeah, that could be done through Premiere or Avid or any of the other audio, your editing programs.
Right. I work with Premiere.
Pencil test animation either through Flash or if you have one of the newest version of Poser 4, it has a sketch designer that allows you to animate things as sketches.
Right.
And then you can render.
And then you try to line up your people kind of like you did the animated figures. Usually do the animation first because it's the most work. And then you just kind of overlay them and then you fade it for some of it. I haven't seen that. I only saw it one time, so.
Yeah, I haven't seen it around that often.
It's basically done by masking. You mask one to the other, and then you slowly, with the animation between which one bleeds out to the other one.
From one solid one to the next one kind of thing?
Yes, from one of the frames from your animation work
Right.
to your 3D animated work.
Do you bounce them back and forth there for a bit?
You can do it that way. Also, I've seen it done by blue screening.
Right.
You put a blue screened area, like in the old video that was done a long time ago, and I can't remember who it was. Or someone. They weren't that good of a band.
Right, I remember that one.
Yeah, like a guy and a girl. And like
I remember that one. That's kind of cool shit just at the time. Yeah, you look back
had a
on
little
it.
story to it. They're being chased by the bad guys.
Right. And where do you take these classes at that you're doing all this stuff at?
A lot of these come from people at Seattle Art Institute or other schools in the area. I graduated about a year ago, and I haven't worked at. I just experiment with stuff here and there. Most of the pieces I'm showing today are all from students, though, from that school.
From like Seattle Institute?
Yep.
Art Institute mostly?
Yep.
Huh.
But there are other schools in the area, too. So, the big thing to do is when you get a hold of them, ask them what programs they teach.
Right.
Because, like, when I graduated a year ago, they were just starting to deal with Flash.
Right.
So I had to buy Flash on my own after I graduated and learned how to use it here and there. And I'm still working with that one. Mostly I've learned Softimage, 3D Max, Poser, just because I happened to get a hold of it. A little bit of Lightwave.
So if I were just to start to kind of experiment, what would be a good one for me to pick up?
as far as animation goes.
What's your desire? What kind of output do you want? I mean, do you have a good computer?
Yeah.
Okay, can you capture video?
Yes.
Oh, you're doing better than I am.
I got FireWire. I got external FireWire hard drive. I mean,
okay.
I got digital camera, digital video.
Stop right there. You're rubbing it in.
Okay, now what you do is, I would say, do you have a good what audio edit or what video editing program do you have?
Premiere.
Premiere?
So.
Do you have any audio program you've been playing with, like SoundForge or?
You know what? I need to download. I got actually a thing to get a download of that. I have never really done it. I need to do that.
Okay. All you people at home, I am not giving you this information. Well, let me find a font we can write this down in. Okay?
I gotta get a pencil here.
Yeah, get a pencil, people. I may not do this again.
Nope, this is a one-time deal.
I've heard about this site that you can check on and you can look at different programs.
Yeah.
And if you like them, then it'd be nice if you buy them later on. But they don't have any limitations, and they have the serial codes with them.
Oh.
So you can it's basically as I'm.
You can download a test drive for a while.
Well, you download the complete program actually, but that's
Right.
beside the point.
I know, but yeah, I know what you're saying. but you don't want to use it. You just want to play around with it. If you're gonna go professional, buy it.
Yes.
Okay, I got you.
Exactly.
I know the rules.
Whoops! I had it going.
It's 59.
It reached the end. So I have to go smaller font. So those site I found. And for those of us that are poor and would like to play with this stuff but don't have the money for all the nice toys, gives you a chance to play with it. There.
Okay.
See that?
Yeah, hold on. Oh, gotcha.
It's a nice little site I found. The reason I'd say that one is that one doesn't have all the porno pop-ups as every other damn site I've checked.
Don't you hate that?
Now, the thing is, they start popping in so damn fast that even if I was looking for porno,
You
they
couldn't keep
override
up.
my email, my web bar so fast that it shuts it down.
I know. I don't know what happens with that. Anyways, well, thanks for the info.
Okay.
Take it easy, bud.
You too.
Peace.
Okay, guys got 5 seconds.
3.
4, 3, 2, 1. Aha! I thought I was going to flip you off. Okay, we're going to go to our next piece here, though, which is going to be a surprise. Now, actually, it's going to be Alexander Roth and Gary A. Byro. And sorry I can't take the next phone call because if I don't get through this, well, it's Dee Hasson and David Shipman, actually. Okay. We want to show some more stuff. Then I'll take phone calls after that. Bye-bye! Really, I will.
Yeah, truly. I'll make sure he does. That's what I'm here for.
When all is dark, the dog's reaction is to bark. Is that those faults tell me true?
Boy, I put that thing up there. Not that I really did, but okay. In case you didn't realize by now, we're watching Jam Studio, and you're almost out of time here. So let's see what we got. I got one more video. I can show some people's work.
Satan is by far the kindest.
We'll listen to Christian
beast.
Death right now. During the transition.
Kindest what?
Oh, let's see.
Kindest soul?
I didn't read that. I didn't hear it all. Sorry.
Not Christian and jokes?
Yeah, definitely all. Okay. Oh, it's been kind of a regular day today. So hopefully we can get this all going, and I hope you guys enjoyed what we showed you. Hope you got some good information. The information may not necessarily get hold of some details. If you're like
6 more incisions cannot penetrate my feet, dripping, gliding, falling numbly.
Yeah, once
hands held together with unwanted skin ripping, hiding, calling dumbly.
Here we go. No, let's start
houses of mine.
Nice and simple.
You in gutter sleep, love. You born to slaughter. Suede gloves. You dressing daughters and sons.
That's not gonna make it. Nope. Stay down.
Like you, I'm broken.
So you guys get a hold of us. The only way you can tentatively get a hold of us for a little while, and we'll happily give you what information we can. We'll be every Sunday nights, midnight to 1. I guess we can say Monday morning, but that makes it sound so 45. It's like it's almost work time. But we're gonna let you go with we only got a few minutes left, so we're gonna catch you guys at the last bit of animation here, and we'll see you guys next week.
Yep.
Hopefully things will calm down a lot first around here, and hopefully you guys
When moonlight fills all heaven with mine, the dark